I've been waking up at 5 every morning because I need to learn how to draw. You might be asking why I'm doing this. Well, for years I've been writing a little bit here and there. I did have a slice of life comic a few years back. I was just having fun with drawing and doing some little doodles here and there, and just writing as well a little bit on the side. Recently, I've been really getting into writing, and ever since I started reading comics, I've appreciated the comic art form a little bit more, to the point where I'm like, I think right now it's the time where I need to lock in and actually start drawing and do the things that I've been wanting to do for all those years. I am getting to the point where I need to face the reality where I need to learn how to draw. My art skills aren't to the level I want them to be. I need to get serious and actually start learning them. But the main issue has been that I am super busy. I go to school, I have work. During the day, I have zero time to actually be able to focus and sit there, listen and learn and make sure I'm taking everything that I want to take in. So the only way I thought I would be able to do this was by waking up early and kind of reclaim my creativity. So from Monday to Friday, I wake up at 5, I start drawing at 5:30, and then until 7 in the morning, it's just me, my sketchbook, my pencil, pens, and whatever tutorial I'm watching. And so far it's been going great. I haven't been feeling super tired. I feel that if I wake up at 7 instead, I feel more grumpy, but maybe that is because I don't necessarily have me time if I don't wake up at 5. The only downside is that I do have to go to bed early, but I was going to bed early regardless. So it's a win win. What has been inspiring me to actually start right now to get serious is most likely me starting to collect physical comic books. There is something about holding a piece of paper with a story on it that I want for myself. I want to be able to put my stories on paper as well. That has been the main drive right now. That is the main drive right now where I'm like, I want this, but I need to work for it. Some of the goals that I'm trying to reach with learning how to draw is first being able to do comic book art. That's the first and the main thing. And then the second thing is learn like the masters. I think like the whole Renaissance stuff, I feel like the style is very nice. I know they've been practicing for years. Like that was a different time. But I want to be able to paint and draw like the masters as well. So that's another goal. That's most of a secondary goal. My primary goal would be comic book art. So this is the third time I am restarting the solo artist curriculum. Um, yeah, I think it's a good curriculum for me. I need structure, or else I won't be able to learn something. Once I get sick of something, I'll just continue or do something else instead. So I need that structure where I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do. If I don't like it, I either have to get better at it or continue to learn. And I hope that with this new schedule that I've created, I'm able to actually do it. So far, the past 5 weeks, I've been feeling really good. And besides just going to bed early and waking up early, I think so far, I'm really hopeful. I'm really hopeful that things are going much better the way I'm doing things right now. Following the solo artist curriculum, we are starting with figure drawing. So the first lesson is going to be Proco's fundamental figure drawing. Day one, it's Monday. I was not able to go to bed the night before. I was just super nervous. I started waking up like it was the first time I woke up at 5, and I just had a lot of anxiety for some reason. I'm not sure why. Like, my main fear was, what if I'm not able to stay awake during class? Because I did have class. So, what if I'm not able to stay awake during class? I fall asleep. or I'm just gonna be sleep deprived. Because if I'm sleep deprived, nothing is gonna go well. But honestly, it felt good. First time I grabbed a pen in so long. It felt good to put the pen on the paper and just start drawing. We were doing stick figures. We were doing stick figures, so it was kind of simple and wasn't too bad, but it felt good. I was happy, and I did not fall asleep in class. So far the first week everything went well. Starting to get into the whole artiste mindset, and yeah, I had no complaints. I was feeling good. I don't know how many times I said feeling good, but it felt good. In the second week, we started to focus on doing the bean. I liked the bean. I think it was simple, but it felt like something. I did procrastinate a little bit because I did not want to do the mannequinization. So what I did is just a week of bean and robo bean. Week 3 was the week of mannequinization. I felt like it was going a bit downhill from here on out. With mannequinization, I feel like it will either look good or it will either look disgusting. Like there's no in between. Like there's no in between. And what I've noticed, what I like things that I've noticed that I was doing was when I was watching Proco doing the mechanization, I was looking at what he was doing and copying what he was doing instead of looking at what he is doing and the figure and how it relates to each other, which was one of the issues. So when I would draw something or like copy what he was doing, it didn't make sense in my brain. Like I wasn't connecting things, which was a huge mistake. And even practicing after a whole week, I wasn't able to understand mannequinization. It was just very hard for me to like get into my brain. Maybe, well, I do feel like Proco did go a little bit fast from Robo Bean to mannequinization because to me, mannequinization looked very intricate what he was doing. Like he did explain it, and I get it, but spending 1 to 2 weeks on the mannequinization, I feel like for me wasn't enough, and I do wish I looked at his videos more often just to get it into my head. There was also like a fault on my part where I wasn't looking at the videos and didn't keep repeating what he was doing. So I was doing this until the end of the lesson. Week 4, I was getting a little bit stressed. I started spamming YouTube videos, started watching a bunch of people who were figure drawing, and I don't know, I kept looking, and I kept looking. I should have done this like before, talk to you guys face to face, not face to face or live. I don't know, it's 5 a.m. Cut me some slack. It's not 5, it's 7. I was drawing for 2 hours, but I woke up at 5. Anyway, I feel like I'm going delirious. But regarding the drawing, I started doing the mannequinization last week. Right now, I have 2 more weeks of figure drawing before I'm gonna finish this turn and continue on to the next one. But I don't know if I'm getting it. Am I improving? I think a little bit. I've started using the sticky notes that I bought, the clear one, to just make sure to get the basic figures, but I am still confused. The mannequinization, to me at least, is very hard. I think I will rewatch the videos later this week and just see how things are going. So far, this is what I did today. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is what I did. I am not a fan of it. Am I improving? I see a little bit of improvements, but it's just like maybe this much. Until around Wednesday, I believe, or like the middle of the week, I started to make decent mannequins. Like they weren't as detailed as Procos, that's for sure. But they did started to look much better than the things that I made before. And I was super excited to see. I think we might be getting somewhere. It's been 3 weeks of drawing, but I think this is the first mannequinization that I've made so far that looks somewhat decent. Like it doesn't look too bad compared to the others. Compared to these ones, this one doesn't look too bad. Like I had a potential, but I know proportions are off. I know the shoulders are a little bit off, too wide, hand is too small, but it really does not. It's an improvement. So my figures were a bit simpler, But in terms of being dynamic and feeling alive, they did look much better than week 3. So then again in week 5, sadly it did go downhill again. I started spamming YouTube videos again. I wished I was looking at Proco's videos more, repeated the video, just continue watching and watching and watching until I understood what Proco was doing. And one of my issues also is time management. Not time management, but I get very anxious with time. I saw that I had 1 week left. Even in week 4, I saw that I was almost done, that I had 1 week left, and I was stressing and wondering what should I do. And I shouldn't have thought like that, and I will have to be mindful of that for the upcoming lessons. This is one of those days or mornings where I don't want to do this, and I'm asking myself why I'm waking up this early. But to change my mindset, I told myself I would rather wake up early and do something I enjoy than wake up early and like start my day with responsibility. I'm trying to change my mindset. So I did end up the figure drawing lessons feeling a bit down, not being on the level that I wanted to be. To be honest, I don't even know what level I wanted to be. I just wanted to have figure drawings that looked good. And these ones to me did not look good. But regardless, I did do it. I finished my 5 weeks and I should be proud of that. Also, there's like 26 other lessons left. So I have plenty of time to keep continuing and studying. I hope I get the chance to, or once I find the time, I will look into going into in-person figure drawing sessions here in Toronto. It will be nice to have a community and just like do some figure drawings. So I will get myself into one of those classes, and as well as doing 10-minute figure drawing sessions as well in the morning before I start drawing. That way, once we get into more advanced anatomy, it'll be much easier. So that's how I'm going to continue. Next lesson is going to be perspective. A lot of draw box lessons. So next time I see you, I will be talking about perspective. Bye.